This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. So today I'm showing you a clip of Chris Redd speaking out. Check this clip out.
That's kind of this, I guess, been around for a long time, about 4 or 5 years now, and but you know, I've never addressed it. I know a lot of people talk about me dating Kenan Thompson's ex-wife, and how that came to be, you know, and I'm gonna just tell it to you straight, man. It wasn't no plan. I saw everything that everybody said. Every single thing that everybody said, I saw it, you know. And bottom line is, I'm not the type of person to scheme on a person. I'm not the type of person to even date somebody that like one of my homies has dated. You know, this is a very unique, nuanced thing that happened. You know, we were all cool. You know, I was never like hitting on, it was never nothing crazy until it got crazy, you know. Bottom line is, you know, while I was at the show, I had some pill issues, you know, I had some pill problems. Nothing too crazy, but crazy for my black, you know. And, I was even selling some to the people, so some of my castmates. I'm not gonna snitch on y'all, motherfuckers, man. But it was really funny to me that, like, I would be around on this shit, and people would talk about it and talk about me, and I would hear them, cause, you know, some of that Adderall got you fucking super hearing and shit, but wouldn't like help me, you know. I would have panic attacks, wouldn't like be concerned about me or nothing, just would talk shit, you know. And it was crazy how somebody would watch you destroy yourself, you know. This lady was the only one to call me on my shit, help me with my shit. She helped me with my therapy journey, you know, and she told me things about her life that made me look at a lot of people involved in it differently, you know. And in that time, we fell in love, man. And I felt bad from the start. It's always felt like an emotional double-edged sword for me, because I really love everything me and Kenan did, bro. I really appreciated every piece of work that we put together. I think that we were a great team, and I hate doing something to somebody that I know would hurt them. No matter who they are, no matter what they've done, you know, that's just not how I'm built. Like, I'm not built like that. I don't feel player for this shit at all, you know. But I did choose love. And that's what this story is. And, you know, it made me look terrible. You know, it made me look terrible to people that I love. And, you know, a lot of my fans. So I didn't know how to do this without doing this. I'm in therapy. So like, ever since I figured out that I'm more sad than angry, all my anger issues have turned into tears. Like, it's crazy, bro. But, you know, to all the fans I disappointed, you know what I mean? Like, just know this was not something, I don't feel like a pimp. I don't feel cool about this at all, besides the fact that I found someone that makes me feel like I didn't even know what love was for real. And I just felt like I couldn't miss out on it. And love is not sensical.
When people work together that closely, personal choices can affect the entire environment. Hearing Chris Redd speak gives insight into how complicated this became.
And me and him talked about it. And I'm not going to say, and we were cool, and we continued to work for a year after we talked about it, you know. And I remember it specifically being said, you know what, let's just keep this shit under wraps. And as soon as everybody found out, it changed. But look, listen, this is the type of thing that, and you can have a conversation with a nigga about that shit, but she can switch on a dime. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is so serious. And now that I'm in that kind of love, I understand, you know. I understand it completely. You know, I felt like there's probably, outside of not doing this at all, there's different ways I could have went about this shit, you know. And, but I was in love, and I was, you know, and I was spiraling out, bro. And that's what happened. And then by the time everybody found out and the world found out, I was out of there from SNL, you know. And so when I got punched in the face, which we will have jokes about that for sure at the show. Most people who know me from back home would know that, you know, I would be retaliating in a heartbeat, but not this time, bro. This time it felt like fair enough. Anyway, this wasn't meant for laughs. It's just meant for me to just put some narrative on something that a lot of folks is already talking about, but won't bring it up to me at all. I'm sorry for the people I disappointed with this. Just know it wasn't to be a dick. It felt like a love I couldn't miss out on, and I had to shoot for it. And I've never put anything above my comedy and my work. But I felt like I couldn't move on to the next stage of this creatively without addressing this. So if you don't like seeing grown men cry about hard choices they made, this is going to suck for you as a video. This is going to suck to me to look back on. But 28th, caveat, New York City, I will be starting to address all of this. The whole show is not going to be about this, okay? The whole show is going to be about love. So you know what? I'm gonna have little sheets on the table. You tell me what you've given up for love. You tell me what you sacrificed for love once, and let's just talk about it together, whether it's good or bad, And I'll see you on the 28th at the caveat, baby. Peace.
What's up? So what are my thoughts about this? Here's the thing. This situation is complicated because both men were part of the same Saturday Night Live cast together. That environment creates trust, routines, and unspoken boundaries that most people respect. When a marriage ends, it already carries weight, but when the next relationship involves a castmate, it adds another level. People react strongly because workplace loyalty matters, especially on long-running shows. Seeing Chris Redd speak now brings attention to timing and choices without assigning motives or emotional states. From the outside, it looks foul because proximity and access blur lines that should stay clear. Kenan Thompson built a career and family life while sharing space with colleagues, and that overlap makes this harder to ignore. This is not about attacking anyone, it is about acknowledging how decisions affect professional relationships. Many viewers imagine being in that position and feeling blindsided by someone from the same circle. Make sure to drop a comment, smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next video.